All praises and glory go to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men in GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. Like we discussed, we talked about this on numerous occasions. GMS, they cracked the riddle. Okay, so they're the most strictest of all of the sects of the Israelite groups out of all of them. Okay, we know that they came from one West, Tehar. Okay, it started with Tehar. Ramlab, Gabar, and Rakar, we know that they came out of one West, and like I said, and they cracked the riddle. They got it. Okay, you don't need to look no further. Just get yourself a Bible, go on YouTube, type in GMS. They're the strictest of all the sects out of there, out of the One West groups. It's not with ISUBK. It's not, sure enough, it's not with GLCC or IECIU. Okay, these are all false groups. And when the time comes, they will be destroyed. Okay, so when this thing goes down. So let's turn to the book of Acts, chapter 24, verse 5. We have found this man protesting followers and movers of seditions among all the Jews throughout the whole world, leader of the sect of the Nazarenes. Okay, the sect of the Nazarenes. Okay, that's GMS. They got it. They cracked the riddle. Okay, so if you don't need to look any further. Okay, they did it. The book of Acts, chapter 24, verse 11. But this I confess unto thee, that afterwards the way which thou call a hearsay, meaning sect, so worship I the power of my Father, and believe in all things which are written in the law and in the prophets. Okay, so like I said before, so they got it. They cracked the riddle. Okay, so what they saying? Okay, they saying thermonuclear destruction on America. They saying the so-called white man's got to go down. Okay, what they saying? They saying that the names are Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, God of heaven, and his son. And they saying that you won't make it out of here with your life if you don't commit yourself to Yahweh Shai. That's what this is about. A little much more, but that's the entails of it. The book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 5. Which knew me, and from the beginning it would testify that after the most straightest sect of our religion, I lived a Pharisee. Okay, so they're the most strictest sect out there. Okay, GMS got the most hardcore doctrine out of all the groups, all the sects of the Israelite groups. Okay, the reason why it is, like I said before, it's like taking a multiple choice question. They give you 3 rational questions, then they give you 1 irrational question. The irrational question is always the right answer. Usually it's always the right answer. Okay, so that's what this is about. The book of the book of Acts, chapter 28, verse 22. But we desire to hear thee what thou thinkest, for as concerning this sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against. Okay, so everyone speaks against GMS. Okay, they the least loved group out there. That's how you know they got it. That's how you know they got it. Turn to the book of Luke. If you want to know what this is about, that's what this is all about. The book of Luke, we'll start at verse 20. The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 20. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, Blessed are the poor, for yours is the kingdom of power. So, and you look at GMS, we don't have no, we're poor, okay? Yeah, we're poor, we're the most poorest camp, okay? We're poor, okay? But blessed are the poor, okay? For theirs is the kingdom of Yahweh. Verse 21. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are them that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they separate you out of their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sakes. And you gotta say, wait a minute. Wait a minute, isn't that GMS? That's Lakia, but it's true. It's the GMS. They got because they cracked the riddle. They did it, and they got it. Okay, they got on this internet, and they pushed this truth out, and now here comes the end. Okay, now if you notice, America now. It's just nothing but a little bit of a kingdom that's left, okay? It's hanging on by the threads, okay? It's because of this truth is destroying, it's dismantling this wicked, evil society. Let's get it. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but are through power, the pulling down of strongholds, pulling down strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought that's to the obedience of Mashiach. Okay, that's it. Coming over here to the book of Galatians. The book of Galatians, chapter 1, verse 6. I marvel that ye are soon removed with him that called you unto the grace of Mashiach, unto another gospel, which is not another, but there are some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Mashiach, okay? And the some that troubles you is all these other camps, ISRC. If they don't repent, when this thing goes down, if Yahweh shall give them enough time to repent, they're going to be destroyed, okay? They're going to get wiped out when this thing goes down, okay? Yahweh Shah loves his people, but you have to come to this straight and narrow way, okay? They have to repent. Let's read it from the NET, the book of the NET, the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verse 6, the NET version. I am astonished that ye are quickly deserting the one who hath called you by the grace of Mashiach, which ye are following, a different gospel. Not that there's really is another gospel, but there are some of you who are disturbing you and to distort the gospel of Mashiach, okay? So it's only one way, okay? It's only one way. The book of John, chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that enters not into the door and unto the sheephole and climbs in some other way is the same as a thief and a robber. But he that enters into by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Okay, so you have to enter into the door, okay? And that door is Yahweh Shai, okay? He's that way. He's the one that make your way. The book of Acts, chapter 20, verse 29. For I know that after my departure shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. Therefore watch and remember that by the space of the 3 years I cease not warning everyone night and day with tears, okay? So that's what this is about. They just trying to heap disciples after themselves, okay? That's what this is basically about. And GMS, once again, like we discussed on multiple occasions, they got it. They cracked the riddle. So hopefully you was edified. Shalom.